Momentum is one of those crazy things that when you have it, you know you have it, and you run. And if you don't have it, it's about time to start getting it in place. Now, I looked up Webster's definition of momentum, and it's funny. Here's what they talk about. They talk about that it's a force that allows something to grow stronger as time passes. So something gets bigger, it gets faster, it gets stronger over time passes. What I've seen in my business, it's like something's putting a little bit of super on your natural. You got to do the work. You got to get out there and make it happen. But it allows your efforts to multiply in the marketplace and to yield you a return far greater than what they normally have done under, just regular circumstances. Also, let's talk about a little physics. You ever heard of Newton? Do you guys remember back when you were in junior high school, right? Isaac Newton, he has a law of motion, okay? And he says that an item in motion will tend to stay in motion and an item at rest will tend to stay at rest. So if you're at rest right now in your business, we need to change the dynamics and get into motion. If you're in motion already, congrats. We want to keep that motion going. We want to expand that motion so it has a snowball effect on you and your organization, and you can go bigger, faster, stronger than you would ever even imagine. So let's go ahead and let's get started. So the first thing is, number one, we have two groups of people, okay? Group number one is basically where it's just you and your organization, okay? So some of you guys are on this live stream right now and you don't have a team of people just yet. You're wanting to get started. You're wanting to build your business. How do we build momentum? Okay. Or let's say you've had a team in the past, but it was so long ago that they got started. So it's really just kind of you kicking things off. Okay. If that's you, perfect. We're going to talk about what we need to do. Okay. Number one, we need to start by getting back into action. Okay. So we always talk about the steps for launching our business. It's going to consist of, first of all, making your list, right? So number one, we're going to make our list. Number two, let's say we have on that list 100 people. I would make a goal, at least get 100 people on your list. If you want to relaunch your business, right? We have 100 people. All right, so here's what happens. Somebody gets going, they have 100 people on their list. Two types of things can happen. One is someone says, hey, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to reach out to these 100 people, but I'm going to do it very methodically and I'm going to do it over the next 2 to 3 months. Okay? And that's totally fine. But for those of us who want to get moving, we want to get kicking, and we want to build momentum, that is just not going to cut it. Instead, what we're going to do is we're going to take those same 100 people and we're going to contact them over the next 10 days. Okay? I know it sounds a little extreme. That's how we build momentum. We take what would take normally a month, 2 months, 3 months, and we condense the time frames into massive rapid fire action to where you can't help but get some numbers on the board. You know, what's so crazy is a lot of times what we see is there's people come in and get started, and some people, they're ready to roll, okay? They got their list, they're jamming on the phone making calls, or maybe they're sending out text messages, or they're contacting people on Facebook, whatever they're doing. They're creating some fantastic chaos in their business, okay? They got text messages, all kinds of stuff flying all over the place, right? Then here's what happens. They got somebody, they're ready to roll. Hey, when can we get together? Okay, now there's two things that can happen here, right? Someone say, oh, can I see you later on today? Are you going to be home tonight after you get off work? Yeah, do you mind if I swing on by? Okay, perfect. We have that option. The other option is the slower path. Well, when can we get together this week? Oh, great. Today's Wednesday. How about next week? You want to do Monday? And they push it out. So our goal, first and foremost for ourselves, is to condense the time frames. If we want to start earning a check this week, well, what do we need to do? We need to get some people in front of what it is that we're doing, and we want to do that how fast? Now! We want to do it ASAP, right? So our goal is, number one, to remake the list if you haven't made it already, or if you have made it, go ahead and remake it. Get your list in front of you. Get your 100 people, and let's go rapid fire and get this in front of them as quickly as we possibly can, not spread it out over a time period. When do we want to meet with them? Yesterday. We want to meet with them as fast as we possibly can. Now, so that's phase one. So let's say it's just you and you're getting going, whether you're relaunching your business or whether you have a team of people. Phase two, okay, now we have a team of people. First of all, we must learn to lead ourselves, right? If we want to tell somebody else to do this, we got to do it ourselves. That's very important. Second of all, is that if we're going to lead a team of people, now we've done it, we can show the people in our organization, here we are, we start having a group of different people that are coming in, and this person's over here, this person's here. Okay, some of these people are going to want to go at a fast pace, and some of them are not. And whatever it is totally fine. You got to run with your runners, walk with your walkers, and love on the people that are just going to use your product, okay? So here we are. We've put some massive action on the board. Now we're starting to have a team of people. What is our job? How are we going to create momentum? Well, in our business, the momentum is created not just by us doing the work, right? It's created by a lot of people doing work, and it doesn't take a whole entire army. It doesn't take, hundreds or thousands of people. It just takes a few good ones who get it and are ready to roll with you. So you go through your own momentum process where you're rapid fire contacting people, and then you get one, okay? Now, the one that you get, they're gonna fall somewhere in your organization. If you're personally sponsoring, obviously they're gonna go direct to you. Once they come in, they will show you who they are. Okay, some are going to be ready to roll with you and they're going to want to go fast, and others are going to want to go at a slower pace. So whatever the case may be, our goal is to try and teach this rapid fire strategy to as many of them as possible, and obviously get people that want to roll with us. How do we scale this out? Okay, we are starting to have some people on our team, maybe have a team of 50, 100, 200, 300, 500 people. Okay, well obviously we can't be omnipresent all places at one time, right? So how can we scale this out? So let's say in your time in the business, you've personally brought in 6 people that are direct to you, okay, over, 1 month, 2 month, 3 month, 5 month period. 6 people that are direct to you. And let's say we have one leg that's taken off, a leg over here that's also doing some stuff. We'll just draw that out there. And then something over here. What we want to do is we want to identify what is our A, B, and C legs. So in this example, we would call this our A leg because it would be the biggest. Sorry, it's hard to see. This would be our B leg because we have some organization. This would be our C leg. And then this is D and E and F. Okay? So why are we identifying our legs, and what's the purpose of that? And what makes somebody an A leg or B leg or whatever the case may be? Well, when we look at what's an A leg, we're looking for, how big is the overall organization and what is the velocity, what's the momentum of that particular group. So if we have a leg and they are growing, they are just jamming like crazy, that's definitely your A leg. Okay, if you have a group and maybe they don't have quite as many people and they're doing some stuff, and then let's say our C leg is, a little bit smaller and they're moving along, okay? You want to identify, if you have a team, what are your different organizations? Now, what we want to do is we want to tie the other groups into our A leg if it's at all possible. So for example, if you are in a city, like I'm in Houston, and I have an A leg in Houston, I want to be pulling in my B, C, and D legs all into the action that's going on with the A leg. Let's go ahead and do a recap. Recap number 1 is, what do we want to start with? First of all, we want to start with, number 1, making our own list of 100, okay? If it's just us and our team, we're gonna need to, start slamming in some additional people. If we have a group, then maybe we can teach this philosophy to the people in our organization. So number 1, start there. Start going rapid fire, compressing the time frames. Number 2 is, as things start growing and as you have more people that start plugging in different places, you want to tie those people into the most excited, most dynamic part of your business, especially if they're in the same geographic location. When you do that, you're going to see some cross-pollination. It's going to go wild, it's going to go crazy, and you are going to help a lot of people do a lot of results in their business. So guys, that's my thoughts on building momentum. If you're brand new and you're just getting back in the game, this will be some things you can implement right here, right now. When we get off this live stream, what do you want to do? You want to jump on your phone, you want to jump on your Facebook, you want to make your list. If you're a leader and you already have a team of people, what do we want to do? We want to help them do those exact same things that we just talked about. So guys, I hope you take this and put it into practice, because I'll tell you what, these are things that we have done, and it has taken people that, we're just getting started in network marketing and taking them to the very top of the company in a relatively short period of time. And you know what? If it works for us, it can work for anybody else as well. One other thing, if you are wanting to learn how to grow your business using social media, one of the great things that we've done is learn to attract people to us, like specifically prospects that are reaching out to you wanting to get more information about your company or about your products and services. So if that's something that you'd like to learn how to do, I will share it with you. What you want to do is you want to click on the link that's listed up above, and that is my social media blueprint. What you can use to launch your business using social media and learn to attract prospects to you. Random. So guys, that's all great to see you put those comments up. I love seeing them. Definitely feel free to share and pass this along to the people in your organization. You guys will take care, be blessed, and I'll see you all next time.
For more great training and to receive your free MP3 download on how to attract prospects using social media, the 4 essential elements to attracting prospects, visit summergeronimo.com.